I'm John Evans, your candidate for Clark County Recorder. I get a lot of questions about home title theft, so I'm going to explain that crime in detail here. This will be a little bit longer than a lot of the videos in my campaign, simply because it's a complex crime and I want to explain it for you in terms that are simple and easy to understand, and talk about what I will do as your Clark County Recorder to protect you from that crime. And by the way, there are several other videos on the subject of title insurance and title locked and home title theft. You ought to check those out too. Let's get started. Home title theft starts with the crime of identity theft. Not identity theft like you think somebody steals your driver's license and credit cards. A little more involved than that. Let me explain. Let's say I'm a criminal wannabe home title theft. I'm going to go out probably under a bridge to some homeless people in Las Vegas and find men who are approximately my same age and race. And I may have a female accomplice who will be finding women that are approximately her same age and race. And we're going to walk up to those people and they're homeless under the bridge, so they don't care. Here's $50, and in exchange for that $50, I need your full legal name, your birth date, your social security number, the city you were born in, and your mother's maiden name. I give them the $50, they give me that information, and I walk away. Maybe I do that to 50, 60, even 70 different individuals. Now, with that information, I have the ability to get a birth certificate in their name. I have the ability to get a copy of their official Social Security card reissued from the Social Security Administration. Now, with that information and those documents, I can go to the DMV and get a legal, legitimate, not fake driver's license with my picture and all of their name and information. So I've stolen and assumed their identity, but I got a legal government-issued ID. So now I've committed the crime of identity theft. It's time for the home title theft. I'm going to be looking for properties where there's some equity. So let's say, for example, in your case, your house is worth $500,000 and you owe a first mortgage of $120,000. So you got $380,000 worth of equity. Looks like a good prospect to me. So I'm going to take one of these fake IDs that I've created and go out and write up a contract that you have sold me your house. Now, I've got to have your signature on that contract forged because you really didn't sell me your house. I'm committing home title theft here. So I forge your signature and I have a notary sign off and notarize that you actually appeared before them and signed that. Now, maybe that notary is an accomplice of mine, or maybe the notary is one of the other 70 or 80 of these stolen identities that I have. But that's notarized. I take that sale and go to the Clark County Recorder's office and record that sale, and now I own your home. This type of a transaction didn't use a title company because the title company would have made you physically appear in person, show your government-issued photo ID that it was really you, and notarize your signature. It didn't happen that way. So, and there's several other things that if you've worked in the mortgage or real estate or title industry as I have, you know these are red flags. Under Nevada law, the county recorder can identify those red flags, train their staff what to do with them, and then they have some time under Nevada revised statutes to investigate that before they record that and stop the home title thief from ever owning your home. But in Clark County, even though they're allowed to legally, the county recorder chooses, for whatever reason, maybe they don't understand the crime and don't know, I don't know. They choose to ignore those red flags or not be aware of them. They do nothing proactively. They have no procedures in place, even though they're allowed to stop that theft. So now that person, it's recorded, they own your home. If you've opted in to the Clark County Recorder Notification Service or Recording Notification Service, they claim they do that as a courtesy for you, and they'll send you an email. They might miss some things, but most of the time they'll get you an email. The problem is that notification comes too late because I, the home title thief, I already own your house. So it's a little bit too late, but if you hurry in response to that and you're proactive, you can protect yourself from what's about to come next, the stealing of your equity. By the way, if you've got one of those third-party home title lock services, they're going to do the same thing and notify you. But again, the stealing of your home ownership has already occurred. The thief now owns your home title. So, the government's doing some things or trying to do some things. It's not very effective. It's reactive rather than proactive. And if you get that notice, you better hurry, because here's what's going to happen next. Now the thief owns your home. By the way, they've taken all of these stolen identities that they have and they've built credit for these people. So now this false identity has decent credit. They own your home. Nobody had to tell your bank, because you're still living in your house making your monthly mortgage payment. Nobody has any reason to suspect anything. You live in your house, you make the payment, somebody else owns it. Now they go out and apply for a second mortgage against your home. And they won't go for the full amount. Like I said, your house is worth $500, you owe $120, so you got $380 worth of equity. They'll get a second mortgage in the form of a cash out refinance for $250,000. They'll keep it below 80% of the total value of your home, because that won't require a full walkthrough appraisal. The appraiser doesn't have to come out, walk through your home, because that would set off red flags like, I didn't order an appraisal. I'm not getting a loan against my home. So it will create a streamlined appraisal that they will go, look, yeah, the county assessor site says the house is worth X. In the market, it's worth $500. They're only borrowing $120 and $250, $370 out of $500. It's all good. The appraisal will be approved. The thief gets that loan, walks away with the $250,000 in cash. They don't make the payments, and they've done this numerous other times with their other stolen identities, and they disappear. You get foreclosed, or your property gets foreclosed, your home is sold. Your mortgage company's not hurt, because they're first in line. They're going to get paid the $120,000 that you owe them. The company that the thief used to steal the $250,000 worth of equity is second in line. They're going to get paid. The person whose identity was stolen, they're homeless under a bridge. They don't give a hoot. The person who buys your house gets a bargain because it's worth $350. The mortgage companies were only looking for foreclosing for, your home is worth $500. They're only foreclosing for $370. So they get $400,000. They can add some fees and things and walk away, and you lose. All because your county recorder did not put the processes in place under Nevada law to be proactive and protect you. Maybe they didn't know what to do. I don't know why. But I know, as your Clark County recorder, I believe government should serve you and protect your interest. And I'll do everything allowed under Nevada law to keep home title theft from happening to you. I'm John Evans. I'm your candidate for Clark County Recorder. I would appreciate your vote, your support, and your sharing this information with everyone you know. Thanks.